All right, it's about 6:30 a.m. in the morning. This is the first video of the Rocky Bear Adventures YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be headed up American Fork Canyon. Pretty excited about it actually. I mean, I've been up there a number of times, up to Silver Fork Reservoir, but this time there's a few lakes I want to check out that are a little higher up. I'm gonna do a little fishing, a little hiking, check out the mountains and the trails around there. I think it'll be a good time. You can hike up past Silver Fork Reservoir to another lake, Silver Lake Flat Reservoir. You can actually drive up to that one, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to check out Silver Fork too, but you can drive up there and then hit about a 2-mile hike from that reservoir, Silver Lake Flat Reservoir, up to Silver Lake, and that's the one that I want to check out. Once we check that out, I'm going to head up even a little higher to Silver Glance Lake, which is at an even higher elevation. I'm going to check that out too. So I think it'll be a good time. So I'm sitting here munching on a piece of sourdough bread that my wife made last night. It's actually really good. She was actually the one that challenged me to make a YouTube channel and just kind of get outside a little more. The goal is to do it with my son Rocky Bear, but like I said, this is the first test run, so just want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. I can get out there and before I start bringing the little one along, but that is the goal. Hopefully I'll be able to get out here in nature more with my son and, you know, live up to this challenge that my wife gave me. So yeah, good things to come. I'm looking forward to it. I went ahead and pulled off on the side of the road. I wanted to stop at Silver Fork Reservoir really quick just to check it out. And as you can see, it's super pretty today. Really nice outside. This is Silver Fork Reservoir. And it's a place for families, picnics. I don't really want to spend too much time here. It's just a little too crowded for my taste. I want to get up a little higher, get a little more remote, find some more secluded spots. So I'm gonna head up to Silver Lake Flat Reservoir and hopefully get to that trailhead and get up there first. I'll tell you right now, I'm glad I made it up here. So I just pulled into the sort of dirt parking lot up here at Silver Lake Flat Reservoir. And I think I'm going to be in the market for a truck after that. A little bit of a bumpy road, dirt road. I didn't know it was going to be that rough. I do want to get out and I'm going to take a look at Silver Lake Flat Reservoir. It's the first of the 3, what I'm calling the Silver Lakes. Up here though, I see a lot of people fishing and there's more float tubes, people out in the center of the water, which means there's probably a decent amount of fish. So but I do kind of want to scope it out really quick since I've never been up here and just see what it looks like first. Pretty amazing. You can even see, I don't know if you can see it off in the distance, but over there you got a great shot of the backside of Mount Timpanogos. At some point I'm gonna hike that. They do stock this lake. It's got, I think, brook, cutthroat, a lot of rainbow. Interestingly, they say it has Arctic grayling, but I do have a 2-mile hike up to Silver Lake, and then I have Another about a mile hike up to Silver Lake. I think it's time for me to head over to the start of the Silver Lake Trail. So I just started the Silver Lake Trail. I'm at the very beginning. I have about a 2.2 mile hike until I get to Silver Lake. And at Silver Lake, I will drop a line in and try and catch some fish. You know, Silver Lake Flat Reservoir, pretty interesting, built back in 1971. But then they drained it in 2015, I believe, so that they can make seismic upgrades. So now apparently it can withstand a 7.5 earthquake. They also expanded the footprint of the reservoir by I think 5 or so acres. So you can see I'm in a field, in a grove, so to speak, of aspens. The aspens are an interesting tree. They only grow at a certain elevation between about 5,000 and 12,000 feet, which sounds like a decent range, but it's also a geographic thing. The majority of aspen trees and aspen forests are located in the state of Utah, which is where I'm at right now, but also in the state of Colorado. So really, you know, you're gonna see a lot of the aspen trees in the US. It's gonna be out here sort of in the Rocky Mountains. I can hear the sound of rushing water a little bit off the trail. So I think that must be Silver Creek. And I think the trail is gonna kind of zigzag back and forth over Silver Creek. They say there's quite a bit of wildlife out here in the Wasatch Mountains. Mule deer, moose even, foxes, mountain lions. Hopefully I don't run into a mountain lion, but go cougs. They say black bears too, though I've never seen one. They do say that moose tend to frequent the water edge down at Silver Lake Flat Reservoir. Not sure if that's true for Silver Lake or Silver Lake. They say to keep your distance, as you know, moose can be temperamental. There's tons of wildflowers all throughout here. It's much hotter today than I was expecting. And I got this warm flannel on, so I think I'm gonna shed that layer. You can see the sun's out. First day of summer. Not disappointing here today. The view is just insane out here. I'm gonna come up on this bend right here. Look at this view. Everything's perfectly green. I think I'm probably about 1.5 miles in, so I should be coming up on Silver Lake here pretty soon. That is quite the spider web. That is a death trap. Finally got a glance down at Silver Lake Flat Reservoir. So you can see right down there, Silver Lake Flat Reservoir, barely off in the distance. So that should give you a frame of reference for how far I've come elevation wise. I think that it's probably good. Rocky Bear didn't come on this one. He's a trooper, but he's still got little legs. So it's probably good that this wasn't his first hike. It's a little bit too far in my opinion. I mean, kids could make it, but you'd probably have to bring a backpack carrier. Having any kid under the age of maybe 5, maybe 6 would be tough. It always cracks me up when I watch videos of people out in nature, survivalists and whatnot. They know every single plant. It feels super good being outside, and it makes you realize how much you don't know. You know, our son, Rocky Bear, he just loves the outdoors at such a young age. I mean, his attention span, even to fish, is crazy. It's gonna have to be something that we encourage and promote. And you know, I grew up fairly outdoorsy. My dad and mom were pretty good about encouraging that. Did some high adventure trips. you know, went fishing, learned how to fish a little bit. Look at this tree. Just going right off in the middle of the pathway. You can see we got a little landslide right here. Now imagine that this is partially due to the snow as it melts and runs off. All right, I think we're here. Silver Lake. There we go. All right, I'm gonna walk around the perimeter a little bit. I'm gonna find a spot to catch my breath, get some water, get some food. I'm not sure exactly what fish they have in here. I think it's, I would assume rainbow, probably some cut. I don't know if they have Arctic grayling up here since it's a little bit higher. Here's a full view of Silver Lake. So you can see off in the distance, there's some snow there. I'm not sure if that's glacial. There are glaciers obviously up in these mountains, and there's waterfalls all over the place. You can't really see it, but right up there there's a waterfall. Right up there there's another waterfall. I've made it to this plain of snow, and what's really interesting about this is that it's got like a reddish tone to it. And that might be just mixed with dirt, but it almost has a reddish hue over this entire plain. So I'm gonna have to look into why it gets sort of that rust color. Someone brought a little sled up here, a lightweight sled. I just think this far side is just a little too windy. Oh yeah, that. Oh. Whew. I'm back on the other side of the lake. Yeah, you know, the beautiful thing about having kids is that your pantry is always stocked with snacks. So I got cheese, trail mix, bars, cashews, little meat sticks, kind of like healthy Slim Jims. Got a peanut butter sandwich on Dave's bread. So this should give me enough fuel to make it up to Silver Lake. Gave it several casts, maybe got one hit. I'm not seeing too much activity. Always an excuse, but the wind has picked up quite a bit. I am going to head up to Silver Lake. It's really windy. Silver Lake right below me down there. I think I can kind of see a little shelf up there. Probably about 50% of the way there. My grandpa started the tradition of giving all the grandchildren nicknames. Pretty much all of them are bears. And my nickname is Big Bear. He started giving the grandbears nicknames as well. So that's how my son got the nickname Rocky Bear. My daughter, who's 2, she got a nickname too. And her name was Sweetie Bear.
And she is a sweetie, but she can also be a 2-year-old. Look at this view. Incredible. I've only seen maybe one person. That was a while ago. I might be the only one up here right now. We just made it. Wow. Beautiful. Check that out. Silver Lake. I'm legitimately the only one here. I gotta get outside more. Nice shady spot. I wonder if any fish got trapped in there. It's rolling around, it's pretty shallow. I'd be surprised. I'm not seeing any fish trapped in there. Man, this water is so clear. Man, I mean, look how clear that is. As amazing as this place is, I think it's about time for me to head back. I'm gonna pack up, make that trek back down the mountain, 3.2 miles. All right, I made it back down to Silver Lake Flat Reservoir, but I'm out of time for the day. I wanted to toss a line and see if I could catch anything down here, but it's just too late. But thank you for tuning in to the first video of Rocky Bear Adventures. I hope I'll be able to film a lot more and hopefully show you a little taste of the adventure. And hopefully we'll get Rocky Bear out here and the rest of the fam. I'm looking forward to it.